G'day guys, hope you guys are having a great day so far. I'm Josh, welcome back to State of the Economy, and well, this is going to be a bit of on a somber note. Basically, with my time on Lost Ark, it's up. Basically, I couldn't find a static for Poseidon, and we have Wrath Lich King on the way as well, and all of my friends moving on to Final Fantasy 14 or WoW. I decided to end my journey here on Lost Ark, and I did get 105k gold in the end. But just ending my journey here, bit of a somber note, I know. So basically, this will be the last State of the Economy episode, unless I want to do it next Sunday or anything like that as well. Practically unlikely, I'm going to say at the moment. I'd like to thank all of you guys as well who basically constantly support the series, put it into the comments section as well and stuff like that. You know, really, really appreciate it as well. You guys were incredibly helpful and incredibly helpful to my growth as well, because this YouTube channel used to have like 10 subscribers, now it's like 254. So I really like to thank you guys all as well. I know I think a lot of people saw the signs but early on as well that, I wasn't really enjoying the game, and I was more playing like, Pokemon, other games as well that were a lot more funner and a lot less grindy, and a lot doing the repetitive tasks over and over again, which ironically enough, WoW and Final Fantasy 14 is probably going to turn into. But overall, I just wanted to move on. Mainly the thing is that my friends aren't really playing it anymore. So, like, I had to either discover new friends, which was quite difficult. But in the end, I just decided to, just drop it. It was taking a lot of my time up as well. And I didn't really like the anxiety of, like, oh, I've got to be here for X, Y, and Z. I mean, look at the calendar, for example. I mean, you have to be here for that. You have to be here for that and stuff like that. And that kind of, like, didn't help me out at all for the events. Even though I did manage the chaos dungeons and stuff like that pretty well, where you only did one every like couple of days or so, I still think that's a lot of work compared to other games where I don't have to do everything all at once and still maintain a decent progression basically as well. Maybe I'm just putting too much pressure on myself. You don't know. You don't know. But anyways, let's just get to the start. Let's get to see what you guys are here for, and let's get right to it. Okay, so I can tell you right now, Legion raids. Let's see where they're at. Okay, we'll go to Legion raids first, and then we go to Abyss dungeons and stuff like that as well. So you can see here with Voltan's going really, really down. A hard mode Voltan's 1.5k. A normal mode Voltan's probably a lot less, so we can just check that as well. Yeah, 1,000 as well. And I can say Voltan's price is going to probably stay there. Maybe skyrocket after Argos doesn't give any gold, but we'll see. Vicus, let's see what Vicus is doing at the moment. Vicus, not many bosses today, actually. Most of them get done pretty early, but they're still high 4Ks, high 3.5Ks as well. Basically just as worth as, essentially what you get it for. Now, Argos bosses are going down. 1 kg at the moment, 1.1k. I expect these to go back up once Clown comes out, because a lot of people get more gold hungry as per se, because Argos will no longer give gold if they're doing Poseidon, or people just don't do Argos, or people just do Argos on, 1472.5 characters. You never know, you never know. Last but not least, we can take a look at the Abyss dungeons as well. The Abyss dungeons, 300g, 400g. I've seen that pretty much being shown there. And also going to say a lot less people doing Abyss dungeons, because I think a lot more people were getting to the point where they can get to Legion raids, because you saw there was a lot more Legion raids than there was Abyss dungeons. So that's also important to note as well. Like, if you're still on a hard mode Abyss dungeons, might be the time to move or get your Abyss dungeons early done, when people would giving free carries or free bosses or anything like that. Definitely one thing to watch out for, so be careful with that as well. Now, next things next, we're going to go up to the Mari store. And the Mari store, well, I expect it to be a bit crazy and hit 3k, but, someone actually did say it hit 3k quite recently, but I'm not totally too sure about that one. Did it hit 3k? It didn't. I gotta say, it's maintained stability. Like, someone said it was 3k a while ago, but it's hit 2.8k. And I gotta say right now, I think this is where it could stay as well, because 2.8k is basically one of 1370 characters worth of weekly gold. And a lot of people are over 1370 by now, but I think this is where it's probably going to stay for a bit, because what's going to happen is that Argos gold is going to go out and Poseidon gold is going to go up, which means it's just a small balancing act, and I don't see inflation going up incredibly high like it did previously. So I think 2.8k should be the new norm. It will obviously trickle up because of inflation, because when you're generating like 14k gold a week on one toon, and you generally say 9k gold in the rest of them, basically people aren't going to be buying gold, and people aren't going to be and people aren't likely going to be selling gold if people aren't coming back into the game because they don't want to spend money on it. So this price will always probably go up, but not to the extent it's been going up in the past 2 to 3 weeks, where it's just gone up from 800 to 1.4k into 2k out of nowhere. I don't think it'll do that at the moment. Now we get out the Mario store. Now we're gonna go into the AH itself. Just an FYI, I did get my pet to legendary. So if you guys, think it's pretty awesome, I did get my pet to legendary in the end. Got it onto the last state. I was like, that's it. I think I'm done with Lost Ark. So last but not least, Guardian Stones 1G. They're back to 1G again. This is the time where you just want to start honing ults up as well, or saving up for your Scouter, or Iron Man, as I call it. Destruction Stones, pretty high. They're probably going to go up as well. With Kakusai coming out, there's a new material for both Guardians, Leap Stones, and Destruction Stones, which means these will go up. You can convert these. I think it's 5 equals 1 on a new map. Just be aware that they're going to go skyrocketing high. Leap Stones. Leap Stones have actually increased as well. Greater Leap Stones back to 60, Honor Leap Stones back to 50. Another discussion to be had, should you be doing Erixian or should you be doing Yoho? Or, I think everyone at this stage is up to Descaluda, so it doesn't really matter at this stage because you're getting Relic gear anyway. So, it's like, yeah, you basically, you know what? Get to Descaluda. Solar. These have dropped quite a bit here as well, but they're still a lot higher than they were previously. I mean, these used to sell for 30G a pop, now they're 54G and stuff like that. These used to sell for 180G actually, but now they've dropped a bit. And this used to be like 300G. Either way, I'm going to say, still worth selling if you get a BOE version of them. With the fusion materials as well, good to see that Caldi and Array have finally even out. So you're going to get the fusion materials here as well. If you want to buy some stuff for your Iron Man early on, you may want to get some simples now at the 9G and basic one at 10G, because I feel like they're going to go up because everyone's going to have an Iron Man ready to go, basically. So you may want to take a look at those. 100%. Now let's take a look at the Array mats, which is the relics and carps and stuff like that as well. And I gotta say here, completely expected. Thick meat makes the food. Relics, I gotta say that's really, really high. If you want to really get something quickly, just do the fishing. Like get the fish here now, and turn that into fusion materials. Probably the cheapest way to do it at the moment. Now what else? Let's just check the food market. Elemental HP potions are going up. I'm very sure people are stockpiling for Kakusidon, so be aware of that as well. So I can tell you right now, any items that you need, like consumables that you need, such as maybe destruction bombs, whirlwind grenades, stuff like that, they're going to go up. You can see here destruction bombs up to 56. Let's just check whirlwind grenade, because these are the ones that people use the most. Whirlwind grenades at 45. Just make sure, I gotta say right as well, guys, make sure you're making some of these at your stronghold as well, because I think basically buying them on market is going to be worse than, buying it off market, of course. So you can see dark grenades going up a bit as well. Let's see, time stop. Time stop's probably gonna be probably the most expensive one. So you can see here with a lot of, oh no, it's not the most expensive one. It's another consumable. I'm just gonna say with the consumables, make sure you're making some of those in your stronghold, and because if you buy them off the market, you're spending a lot of gold on the market as well. Now we're gonna check food. Talk about food. I'm actually a bit hungry at the moment. Finally, tier 3 food is, tier 3 food again is, I still don't get this, why tier 2 food is 350 and this is 332. Just be aware as well, with the new event for Oktoberfest, the pretzel's actually better DPS because it gives you more, it gives you the same as a tier 3 food, but you don't get the vitality in the end. To be fair though, if you want to buy a food or consumable, this is the one you want to buy. Last but not least, we're going to check engravings. And I gotta say here, let's just pay attention to the engraving market as well. Let's just check the blue market first of all to see how that's going. And I gotta say, the blue market's going up, especially with class ones as well. That 100G now per one. Now, I get to show you guys the epic one. How I kept not showing you guys the epic one, saying that, hey, it doesn't go up that much. You can see here. You can buy blues. Blues are more expensive than the epics, okay? And you can check the greens as well, but I don't think the greens are going to be that expensive, given the fact you can get them from island grinding. I guess I was a bit wrong. But you can get this from island grinding. There's a few island vendors out there which give you weekly green engravings. You want to pick it off those, like the Event Guardian raids as well. So just take a week by week process if you want to build up your alts beyond this. And also there's some island quests and island hand-ins that do give class engravings as well. So just, wait for that one, okay? Wait for it. Now we're going to get to everyone's favorite, the legendaries, okay? So basically as well, Bard has finally gone down quite a bit. Bard's Desperate Salvation was selling at 28k last week, okay? Now it's gone down to 13k. As I said before, all these engravings that are going to be super duper expensive are going to be class engravings. There are never going to be any battle engravings that are going to be super duper expensive because they're easily farmed at Throne Spire, while the Other ones are very, very hard to farm. As you can see here, like you can farm these very easily, but getting the class ones are very difficult to farm unless you do Anguished Isle. And Anguished Isle up to a point where you have a good eye level and just do that over and over again. And it's a lot more costly than just spamming Throne Spire, essentially. For, gold traders, obviously. But as you can see here, I'm just every time I see Deadeye enhanced weapon going up, I'm just more happier and happier that I bought it at 750 gold rather than 2k. But that's pretty much it. Now with the skin market there's no legendary skins, so we're gonna have to do overall rank. Now, one thing I want to talk about the skin market. This is what someone said in a previous video. This is why I enjoyed the comments and really appreciate you guys as well. Someone said that with the skin market, if it's already been traded, you have to use Fions to buy it. But if it hasn't been already traded, you don't need to use Fions. So keep an eye out on how many times it's been traded, okay? Because you want to take a look at that, because you want to make sure that when you do buy it, then you're not wasting Fions on it, because Fions are worth the weight in gold. I mean, if the crystal prices are essentially 2.8k and Fions, to buy Fions, like say 850, I think you need 850 crystals, I'm not too sure. And you're wasting, I'm gonna say probably now, like, putting 9 Fions on the skin, you're probably wasting about like 2k plus gold on the added price as well, which you don't want to do. Now, as I said before, basically the platinum set is always going to go up because no one's got platinum founders anymore, so it's always going to go up. There's actually been a few other sets that got up as well, like the Shadow Stern, the Bruin City. You're probably going to get a lot of the old seasonal skins come up here for people to sell at a higher price because the season's now gone. You have to wait till next year for it, basically. Now, with the pets, I gotta say right now, I think the pet market should calm down. Actually, it hasn't calmed down too much. Yeah, it hasn't calmed down that much at all. I was actually expecting the market to calm down, mainly because of the fact that everyone's got the max pets now, and also everyone's got their legendary pet, or a few people got a legendary pet, that I don't have to send everyone on a treadmill, but it's gone up slightly. I guess it's more collectibles for people to collect all the pets effectively as well. And I do love the doggo set and the starfish set. I actually find it quite interesting that the doggo set here is cheaper than the dogs. Bit confusing, It's like, why? Now we're going to go to a gem store. And I got to say right now, we had an interesting discussion with the gems in chat. A lot of people feeling that the market is being put up by gold farmers. Any truth to it? I have no idea. I can't really help you guys there. When you don't have any definitive proof of it, you can't really assign anything to it, especially when the market's kind of staying steady. And I hear a lot of my mates, people that I used to be in the guild with them, obviously, it's being like, hey, 18k, I'm selling my level 7 gem. I've already got level 8s and level 7s. I can sell an extra level 7 gem on the market and get a bit of gold back. All I'm going to say is I think this is actually the market it is. It could be a bit of gold selling and RMT in it as well. But all I'm going to say here is that I feel like, in this area that it's a lot of like actually people doing this, because a lot of people get to the point where they've got full level 7 gems and stuff like that. Like for example, for me, like I've got level 9 and level 7, level 8 gems, and I'm getting to, to level 8 to level 9s and stuff like that. That I think it's like legitimate, like, legitimate people. Like if I'm getting to that stage and I'm not like a person who plays every fucking day, actually I do play every day, but I don't play 24 hours a day or carry it as my full-time job. I think it's definitely possible to have, level 8, level 9 gems and be selling level 7 gems at the same time. So I don't think, I can tell you right now, I don't think that's going to be the case either. So I think it is a more legitimate people selling it. Now, last but not least, we're going to get to the ability stone market. The ability stone market, I'm going to say right now, is going to be, not class engravings, but I'm going to say grudge is going to be the main factor on how expensive your ability stone is going to be. Okay, given this, you can see here, like with wrong rank, relic, and tier 3. Sorry, got some tier 2s in here. People trying to sell some tier 2s, but I feel like grudge is going to be the common factor on how expensive your ability stone is going to be, and adrenaline. As you can see here, Grudge and Adrenaline, and in Curse Stole and Tenacity, basically, and KBW as well, are always the expensive ones. So anything with Curse Stole, Grudge, Adrenaline, KBW, or any of the high engraving ones already on the market can be super expensive here as well. Now with the accessory market, it's going to be the opposite. The accessory market is going to be basically, I've said this too many times, I think at this time I'm just a old broken record. It is anything with a class engraving is going to be stupidly expensive. Now, like a lot of people talk about Shadow Blade, a lot of people talk about Sorceress and stuff like that. If you simply get a good stat, or even a shit stat with Enhanced Weapon, it may sell. Like, it may sell. Like, man, look at this. Your propulsion, it's got spec swiftness. This might sell, even though it's +4, and probably no one will grab it. But, like, some of these could sell purely because people want Enhanced Weapon 5. And you can see here, people trying to sell, like, this is competitive, okay? For a +5 EH with spec and a max MP increase, okay? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And look, you know, a really high quality spec crit of an Bushmaster Enhancement, which is actually very decent, 450k. And you can see any of them with a good stat, besides this one, I've no idea why it's trying to sell it. This one, very good as well. Gonna sell quite well. Like, people are gonna, you know, actually put their money up for it. +5 and Bushmaster, we'll go for it as well. And KBW, like, all the ones with good traits, people are gonna just basically pick up. Now, last but not least, guys, I've always said it at the start as well. I really appreciate you guys watching and stuff like that. The future for me, what I'm going to be doing in the future, I'm going to be playing more RAF. I'm probably try to release some YouTube videos about RAF Lich King, but I'm not sure how I'm going to go about it, but we'll see what happens. We'll continue my new series, the Financial Fort series as well, for you guys to really, you know, get a handle on as well, because I thought that was a pretty good starter, and we'll see how it goes. But if not, if you guys enjoyed my Lost Ark content, thank you guys for subscribing. And I wish you guys all the best. If you stay subscribed in the future, I'll probably try to put as much quality content as I can. But yeah, with the YouTube channel, I think I'll just probably move it into a slightly different direction with different MMOs and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. And, you know, more how-to guides and stuff like that. I feel like my strongest suit in general is like the how-to guides. Like, you know, just a quick review, how to do X, how to do Y, and things like that as well. And also, you know, guides on, like, you know, the pressures and, you know, their FOMO and how to handle it and how to manage it. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. And I hope you guys, wish you guys all the best. And thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. The main goal I'm going with this channel as well as trying to get to 1K subscribers, trying to get monetization on YouTube. Mainly, I think everyone knows that at the end of the day, people want money and want money for their efforts. And this is what I'm kind of going for at the moment as well. But yeah. I look forward to you guys, seeing you guys in the future, and, you know, hope you guys enjoy and support my content as well, and, you know, give me some feedback on how to make my content better. What do you feel is the right direction? And, you know, have a great day, guys, and good luck on your endeavors. I may put some more Pokemon Soul Silver guides up today, or not guides, but, you know, my playthrough. But yeah, love you guys. Thank you guys very much, and I really, really appreciate every one of you. See you guys later.